Hello Buns, and welcome back to Cinnabun Sundays, our weekly video series where we talk about all things bunny. Today I am going to be answering questions that I have been avoiding. And let me tell you, you guys did not hold back. Some of these are juicy and I am gonna do my best to answer as many as possible. If you're wondering where these questions came from, I posted on Cinnabun's Instagram, so make sure you are following that if you're not, so that you can be a part of videos like this in the future. Oh, and make sure that you're subscribed. We are so close to 100,000 subscribers. I'm thinking of doing a giveaway once we hit that number, so make sure you're subscribed so you can join in on all the fun. I am just going to go ahead and dive into it because there's a lot of tea here, and I'm gonna do my best to spill it. Would you trade Cinnabun's personality for another one? I absolutely would not, but if I could change one thing about Cinnabun, I wish that she was a little more snuggly. That's like the one thing that makes me so sad, that she just would rather keep to herself. If I could change something about her, I would want her to be a little more affectionate. Have you had any work done? I get Botox in my forehead, my crow's feet, and my like bunny lines, that's right here. And then I got lip filler in my lips like 2 years ago, but haven't gotten it in since. But oh, I also got these teeth removed, but that's because I knocked them out. So these are fake teeth, but not for cosmetic reasons, for my teeth were dead and needed to be replaced. So that's that. When are you getting a Cinnabun tattoo? I have touched on this before. I would love to get a Cinnabun tattoo, but I personally for my style, I don't love the idea of like a rabbit on myself. Something about it feels a little like cartoonish for at least my style. So if you have any ideas for a tattoo I could do to represent Cinnabun, or a bunny tattoo that you've seen that you think I would like, please let me know. I would love to get one, but I just haven't seen one that resonates with me. Does Cinnabun have a middle name? Yes, it's the rabbit. Cinnabun the rabbit. How much money do you spend on Cinnabun monthly? I have a video all about how much I spend on Cinnabun, and I'm trying to remember exactly what that number was. It's probably like around $50 a month, but we are really lucky to get a lot of like treats and stuff sent to us, but we pay for hay and food every single month. So I think it's probably around $50 or $60 a month. Have you ever regretted getting Cinnabun? That is a really good question, and I cannot believe I'm saying this. But yes, I have. Especially when Cinnabun is sick and like going through her stasis bouts and I'm about to go on a vacation or something like that. I remember right before my honeymoon, where I was gonna be gone for 2 weeks in Italy, Cinnabun went through a little round of stasis. And times like that, I really just wish I did not have her. It's so stressful, an unbelievable amount of stress when your animal is sick and you have life happening as well. Like, I would have canceled my honeymoon had I needed to, but I did not want to, and luckily I didn't have to. But times like that, when her stasis is really flaring up, I'm just like, why did I pick a bunny? They're so complicated, they're so hard. Why didn't I just get a dog that I can drop off at daycare? Those are fleeting, those are quick, but I think it's natural to have thoughts like that, especially in times of stress. How much money do you get from doing social media? It kind of varies. I definitely do make money off of doing social media, which is great, but it is not my full-time job. My full-time job, I'm a video editor for a company. I do this on the side. This is not my full-time job. I do this for fun and for joy, and making some cash on the side is a really nice motivation to keep doing it because it does take a lot of time. What is the most embarrassing thing you've done on social media on YouTube? That is a really good question, actually. Let me think if there's anything embarrassing that I've done. I'm honestly pretty confident and happy with the stuff I've put out. If there's anything embarrassing, it's promoting something that I have like changed my mind about later. Like, I know I used to talk about giving Cinnabun these garden sticks all the time, which there's nothing wrong with that brand, but we no longer feed those because Cinnabun's really sensitive. So not necessarily embarrassing, but it's never fun to say when you're wrong, you know, but I try really hard to stay honest and not cover things like that up. So I would say probably something like that. Would you have continued dating Bryant if he did not like Cinnabun? Oh my gosh, that is such a good question. And actually I have a story and some tea to share about that. I don't know if he's gonna like me saying this, but when I got Cinnabun, Bryant hated her. I think that he just did not understand rabbits, which, like, how would he? Like, he had not grown up around them. Rabbits are so misunderstood anyway. So when I said, I want to get a rabbit, I want to free roam it, he was like, yeah, whatever. Probably was thinking like, oh yeah, whatever, fine. It'll sit in a corner and do nothing. But as we all know here on the channel, rabbits are a full-time gig. They are destructive. They are needy. They have a lot going on. So I think it really shocked him about how destructive she could be and how needy she was. And especially baby bunnies are just so sensitive. We were living in a one-bedroom apartment at the time, and it was getting to a point that I had to have a sit down conversation with Bryant of like, what are we doing about this? Like, I need you to be a little more patient about this. I need you to understand what I'm doing, but it's also on me because I kind of just bought Cinnabun without really talking to him. It was not a, hey, let's talk about this, let's get a bunny together. It was, I'm getting a bunny and you're gonna deal with it, which is not a way that you should ever get a pet with a partner. I think once Cinnabun and Bryant started to bond, it was like around the time she turned 6 months and she was no longer like going through crazy hormonal shifts and no longer destroying everything in sight. Their bond is so insanely great. If anything, Cinnabun likes Bryant better. He loves her so much now. It's so cute. He used to go upstairs to his office to watch TV every night, but now when I go to bed, he always sits downstairs instead. But yeah, so that is the story of Cinnabun and Bryant's crazy relationship bonding story. But somehow they started from the bottom and now they both are more bonded than me and Cinnabun, even though I do everything for her and she just thinks that I torture her. And by torture, I mean take her to the vet and brush her. Are you vegan/pro animal rights? I am not fully vegan, but I am a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for over 10 years. The reason I'm not a vegan is I was a vegan for about a year. It was great. I loved it. It was when I was living in Australia. It was pretty easy to be vegan there. However, living in Charlotte, North Carolina, I find that it is pretty difficult to be a vegan here. I think there are some places where it's just a lot more accessible and a lot easier to be a vegan. And at least for now, I am just in the vegetarian world, but I'm extremely conscious about where I get my eggs from, where I get my butter from, those things that don't make me a vegan. I'm really conscious about that. And any leather I own, I buy secondhand, never directly from the store. So I try to make little changes there, and I would love to fully one day be vegan, but at least for now in my lifestyle, I have found that this is the best for me, and I think that there are so many great ways that you can advocate for animal rights, like having a YouTube channel advocating for your rabbit. But at least for me, I've been a vegetarian since I was 18 years old. I'm 30 now. I absolutely love it. I have no intention of changing that, and yeah. And now I think it's time I answer the 2 most asked questions. Let me tell you, you guys are all thinking the same. Question number 1, are you having kids? Hopefully, I would love to. I really, really, really want to have kids. I really want to start a family with Bryant. We got married a year ago. I'm 30. I'm definitely thinking about that. I am not pregnant, but I promise you, I will tell you whenever I do become pregnant, if I'm lucky enough to, but that is definitely something that's in the cards for me, and that is not going to change anything about this channel at all. It's not going to change anything about my relationship with Cinnabun. Cinnabun Sundays will live on forever, whether I have kids or not. They probably will not be a part of it, but my firstborn Cinnabun will always be the star. And then of course, the number 1 question that everyone has is, am I getting a partner for Cinnabun? I actually made a full video about this a while ago called Why I'm Not Getting a Second Rabbit or something like that. I'm gonna link it up here and also down below because I really go into it there. At this time, I am not getting a partner for Cinnabun. Bryant and I both work from home. Cinnabun has chronic stasis problems, and just dealing with that on its own is kind of enough for us. My office is in the bunny room, so I am with her all the time, and then Bryant stays up until 2 or 3 a.m. every night watching TV with her, so she definitely is not lonely. Of course, the companionship of another rabbit would be amazing, but for now in the life we are in, Cinnabun is very happy, we are very happy. I want to put all of my focus into keeping her healthy and safe and happy. Maybe someday in the future, if things change, we will bring in a partner for her, but that is not a thing that we are doing anytime soon. Those are the questions today. I hope that maybe you learned something new. And again, make sure that you are following us so that you can join in on any future Q&As, and I will see you in our next video. Bye, Buns!